Collective, welcome to another random reading. All right. Um, somebody's name is Osiah. Okay. So, but before that, what I channeled was there's some sort of like magic, dark magic spell work that's really heavy. This could result into affecting somebody's health. In a severe way. Okay, I don't know if Messiah is a victim of this or you. I don't know. Okay, but there's some sort of magic here. But let me just pull one card for Josiah. I do have like I have a list. Okay, but in terms of Josiah or Josiah, the magic that is affecting you is in relation to your abundance. Okay, somebody wants to hide that, somebody wants to bury that, or somebody wants to make sure you don't get it. Okay, so if your health is weird, like maybe your health is connected to this wealth, okay, and it's secret wealth, hidden wealth that you know is on your way, but somebody's doing magic to make sure you don't get it. It seems like a bucket full of something. Okay, now this person here, I feel like you already know who they are. They could be younger than 40 years old. Okay, something about that was trying to manipulate you, but they didn't, so now they're trying to use magic to cause you to affect you in some way. Okay, now I always say this, I stand by it. Listen, anyone that do spell work, black magic, dark magic, you name it, okay, anyone that is trying to manipulate somebody's free will, what's owed to them. For instance, they know that this is for you, but they're still trying to manipulate and do whatever they can so you won't get it. They will get karma. That is just universal law. Okay, now in terms of what God would do, your ancestors, that's a different thing. Okay, but nonetheless, it's kind of like if you're nice to somebody, somebody would treat you nice. You get me? Okay, but the way this person is moving because of this wealth and in this severe way, because somebody has been affected. Okay, I don't know if it's people around you or if it's you, but main reason is if your health is not stable, then this person feels like, okay, they can't get to the wealth. But on the contrary, that's the mistake they're doing, because karma is real. I don't care if they're a non-believer or not, but Osiah, watch who makes you an offer that is romanticized. Watch who is there for you but is a fake person. Like I said in the beginning, you know who this person is, Osiah or Josiah. They will get their karma. If you have anything wrong or off with your health, is them doing the spell work. My go-to advice is that you need to cleanse your energy. There are different ways you can cleanse your energy. Right now, because of the severity of if your health is being affected, I feel like it's kind of deep. Okay, so you probably have to fast. Okay, that's like my go-to right now for as an advice for you. Okay, you don't have to do anything. I'm gonna tell you this, because karma will find them, number one. Number two, this is something that you're already aware of, you know what it is, and they're just playing on your energy. That's what it is. Okay, and well, karma always finds one to address. Okay, you're about to get a lot of success, and they will get karma. The ancestors are in deck. Now, what they would do is out of my hands, but I do know for a fact that karma is very real. Universal law, spiritual law is very real. And I'm gonna leave it at that, okay? So Josiah, if you're going through it right now, don't worry, you will be avenged for. Okay? Anything else relevant on the card? We got this one here in reverse. Maybe you need to clean something up. Like clean your space or detox, but I feel like you're already on it. Like this feels very much as a confirmation, okay? This is what this is giving, okay? Don't give up. Okay? It's hard. It's some bullshit. I get it. I also want to say I'm filming this on the 21st of July, and I think a couple of days from now it's going to be the full moon, new moon. There's always some bullshit, but I'm not quite sure if it's related to that. Nonetheless, you'll be avenged for, okay? Be generous to yourself. The numbers do play a part. I feel like it does. So let's move on to the next message. Some of you guys are connected to bees, as in you are royalty, okay? If a bee surrounds you a lot, if they're near you, it's symbolic that something good will come right now, or in the near future, okay? Basically, you're part of the royal priesthood, or you're royalty. If you know, you know, okay? There's about to be some sweet result. Bees also symbolize healing as well. Like if you're going through it, if they're near you, that means not only luck and abundance, but you're also about to get a lot of healing as well, like internally or externally. So that's for somebody specific. I don't know. No, I do know. Side note, honey is a really good healing. It's medicine. Honey is medicine, okay? Manuka honey. I feel like somebody needs to kind of like look into that a bit. I did do a message, an audio inside about some sort of money here, and I will say this, that if anyone that has diabetes, honey is a good like substitute for sugar. Little side message, but let's move on, collective, to the next one. So we got a lot of names. It's gonna be a lot. It's a long day. It's not a long day, but it's a lot of messages. The first one is Joseph. Okay, so I'm gonna just pull some cards for Joseph. What are you watching? You're watching for them. Let's see what's up. Okay, so we got this one in reverse. Okay, so somebody's not being honest, whether you or Joseph. It's love related. Okay, the numbers could play a part. So somebody's not being honest. You or Joseph is hiding something. Okay, there's some sort of, yeah, pretty much. Or maybe it's too close. Hold up, maybe. I do feel like it looks better. So yeah, let's see what they're hiding. Okay, this is love related in terms of Joseph. What are they hiding? Oh, the sun is coming out. Oh, I'm so happy. Listen, it's been a... It doesn't even look aesthetically pleasing. Let me do a little, The sun is out. So basically, on that note, confirmation, whatever they're hiding is about to be revealed. Okay, in relation to what Joseph did or what you did in relation to... Okay, whoever's hiding something in relation to love and the name Joseph is about to be exposed. Okay, because the sun is about to shine right now. Now, we got this one in reverse. Somebody did not want to communicate. Somebody wanted to avoid something. Somebody wanted to be hurt, angry, and dare I say, silent treatment is relevant. Okay, and now somebody can be quiet. They can be angry. They can be upset. They can be petty. Okay, so somebody have to come out and say something. If they don't, it will be exposed. In relation to love, Joseph is about to find out some sort of news, or you are, okay? You about Joseph, or Joseph about you, something, okay? So yeah, a lot of people was involved in this connection to cause disarray, but I feel like at the end of the day it was somebody's responsibility, the ones that were in this relationship. And the real reality was that somebody was frustrated about this ending, but they didn't want to be lashing out, so instead they didn't say anything. This is awkward. Okay, so if you ended things with Joseph, or Joseph ended things with you, the reason why they just kind of did that out of nowhere, because I'm getting that type of energy, is because they wanted out and they didn't give an explanation. Somebody could be from the United States of America. Okay, so I feel like somebody chickened out of like why things ended in a relationship, but now things about to be revealed why it ended. So I feel like somebody can be, silent about this, but because I feel like it's affecting somebody's, like, somebody's guilty, somebody feels bad. Okay, message, let's not complicate it. Okay, is that everything? Listen, I wanted to film here, but also wanted to film like in the, like, not in the ocean, but like around the ocean. I just didn't have the time. So yeah, the thing is that this new ending was just, there is a bad taste to it, I also feel like somebody got blocked as well. Whoever ended a relationship, they didn't end it on a good term. Like, they were messy with it. That's what it's giving, messy. Let's not focus on this anymore. I feel like somebody was kind of like, oh, let me just not talk to them and just leave, but somebody's like, you just did it like that? Like, it was uncalled for. Okay, whoever's dealing with Joseph, that whole ending situation is uncalled for. But let's move on to the next message. Something about, so I got this message in Swedish, stöldgods, something about stealing something, and racist people. Okay, I don't know if somebody's trying to like profile you, or I do feel like it's like, this is like a confirmation. Somebody's trying to profile somebody. This could be anywhere, but I did channel that specific first message in Swedish, so maybe there's some racial profiling in Sweden going on right now. Let's see. Like, they're accusing somebody of stealing something based on somebody's like background. Okay, that's the confirmation. I don't know what to say. Like, somebody's in their head about, I don't know who's doing this. I don't know if it's a neighbor, I don't know if it's the authorities, I don't know if it's a friend, I don't know if it's a family member, but somebody's like, yeah, being accused of stealing something, or having stolen items. Okay, so is it towards like, this could be towards anyone, male or female. Okay, but it is a friend that's doing the accusing. Okay, that's so off. Like, I don't know, it could be like a friend visit you and they're like, where do you get that from? And all of a sudden they're gonna like report this to the authorities because they think it's stolen. That's somebody's message. Okay, let's move on, collective. That's so weird. some people got weird friends. Okay, the next name is Göran, also a Swedish name. I don't know if they're accusing him, right? But I have channeled this message a few times, this specific message, on other music channelings, other random insights. So this might just be a continuation. So you might be like a regular watcher. Hello, Göran. Okay. I think I look up the symbolism as well. Let's see. According to my phone, that specific name means that you are either a farmer or somebody that do either you're a farmer, basically, like a farm boy, farm girl. Something about that is relevant. Okay, if that's not relevant, maybe you like to live organically on the countryside, right? Maybe that's symbolic. Or if not, that this is your name. I don't know what else to say, but let's do an advice card and keep it moving. So if this is your name, Göran, just live in the moment, okay? If it's about a relationship, somebody is a bit shady about this offer. I do feel like somebody thinks that the connection between you guys is not healthy. You feel like it's karmic or toxic. I don't know. Maybe you feel like it's too much, Göran. Maybe they feel like it's too much. Okay, but maybe you want to have a healthy relationship with this person. The thing is this: they don't feel like the relationship is healthy. Do they want to be with Göran? If we're going to speak on that, wherever Göran is making this offer. So according to my cards, they do, but they don't want anything serious, and you might be doing too much, okay? So if you're expecting anything serious from them, Göran, they do not want to have a serious relationship, but they don't mind like hanging out with you. So that's that. Even though you don't like, you're saying that you don't want to be toxic, you want things to be healthy, they get that, but they also don't want anything to be serious. So I don't know. I don't know what to do. Live in the moment, like the first card says. So let's move on to the next name. We got Jeffrey from London. Okay, we got Jeffrey from the UK. There we go. Did I look up this name? I didn't have time. I don't have internet, but let's do your confirmation card. I really hope I don't what should I call this? Like the inside's full of names. Okay. Jeffrey from UK, you're about to get some clarity about something. Okay, you're about to see something very clearly. Let's see what this is about. Basically, they did like you, you did like them, but somebody is not honest. Okay, somebody still is weird. Okay, I feel like this person, they do like you, but they are also a snake. Okay, somebody's here trying to say that they're depressed, but they're not, and that's why they can't deal with you or wanted to avoid you. So I do feel like there's a little bit of a user energy, Jeffrey from UK. So just be aware. Like somebody's like, they want to deal with you when they get what they want. Is that true? Or you, Jeffrey, wants to do this? Jeffrey, don't be doing this. If you're watching for Jeffrey, they just want to deal with you until they get what they want. They could be saying something where it's like, after what they get what they want, I don't know what they want, collective, but it's kind of like whatever they get, and they're gonna be like, oh, I can't deal with you, collective, now because I'm sick. I'm depressed. Okay? But they're not. They're just faking it because they want something out of you. If you're dealing with Jeffrey from the UK, that's their vibe. Okay? That's the time they're on. So just be aware, collective. Let's move on to the next name. Oh, yeah. So if you're dealing with Jeffrey from the UK, you're about to get clarity for sure. So the next name here is Tarek. Okay, Tarek. I feel like that's like a name from Turkey, or it could also be Arabic. Tarek. So, I will say this though. I've got like somebody has anxiety, and then I got a bunch of other names. I'm gonna clarify everything, but I got the name Tarek, like I said, Oscar, Muhammad, Linda, and Jessica. Okay, so those people right now is going through some sort of anxiety, or you are going through some anxiety because of these people. Okay, so so we're going to start with that, but there is also the name Lucas and John. There's no anxiety on that part. So we're going to, well, let's start with Lucas first. Let's start with, so you could be watching for Lucas. He could be the same energy like Jeffrey from the UK. If you're Lucas watching, your go-to advice card. Okay, so something might be speeding up, going from fast to slow. They might perceive you as very intellectual, very smart, okay? And this is why they're moving slower, or it might be moving faster, okay? You might have like a sapiosexual connection with this person. I'm getting the energy of like, oh, if they find you to be smart, they're going to be like, oh, we're going to pick up the pace on this connection, or they're about to slow down because they don't want to seem like a fool, okay? So let's see here. John. Somebody could be Greek as well. If you're watching for John, or John, if you're watching, Spirit has your back, okay? So there's like, John got your back, or Spirit has your back in relation to John in this relationship. But let's pull a card for dealing with Lucas. So this was definitely an ending, but they never wanted to end things between you guys. The thing is this person was listening to their ego. They were used to codependent people, and they were afraid of commitment. So, okay, this is dealing with Lucas. Right now, Lucas is trying to heal themselves. So I guess when they do, they might come and see you again. Let's move on to the next message. Anything else in relation to Lucas? So we got these two cards. But yeah, you are Lucas wish fulfillment. Okay, they just had to like deal with their self-esteem and baggage and toxic usage. Okay, this person will definitely take action towards you when they have done some healing, because you're still there with fulfillment. Okay. We got John. So these are your cards. We got somebody's very much in their head. It could be John that's in their head, or you are in your head about John. There's definitely too much overthinking. What they want is to have this relationship, but they long term, serious, put a ring on it type of connection, okay? But they are afraid of commitment. They're listening to their ego, and that's it. They want this, but they are in this energy, okay? This is if you're dealing with John. So there we go. Should we move past? Let's keep it moving. All right, the next name, like I said, the following names that I'm about to mention are people that are in anxiety, like heavy. Tarek, Oscar, Muhammad, Linda, and Jessica. Why are they having anxiety though? It could be you having anxiety over them, or vice versa, them over you. I'm channeling it was something that was said is why they're having anxiety. We got this card here. So all of these names, I'm about to pull cards on Run for One. They're having anxiety of something that was said, or they're holding on for dear life because, yeah, they don't know what to do. I'm seeing a crow now jumping away from a golf ball. I'm at like a golf court, but if like a fake one. Anyway, so they're hanging on to their life. Basically, you disconnection. They're having anxiety of what was said. Maybe somebody got caught. I don't know. Collective. We're about to see one for one. But they basically all of these people, from the first name to the last, they still have faith in this connection. Okay, or they're turning to their faith in terms of helping them with this. Okay, I don't know who did wrong, but all of these people I'm about to go one for one on have anxiety right now, and they're holding on. You could be holding on to their faith, holding on to a change of this. I don't know, collective, but we're gonna see. The numbers are relevant. I'm also channeling something is ludicrous or crazy. So we're gonna, the first name, Tarek. Okay. So if you're watching for this person or vice versa, expect a lot of miracles, or they want to bring miracles into your life. Okay, they're trying to look at the full picture, the in between, the left, the side, the up and down to make this work. Okay, like I said, they are hanging on for dear life. They're still having faith. Something about Yugoslavia. So Tarek, you could be dealing with somebody from that country, or you're from that country. Or the person you're dealing with in terms of a soulmate is from Yugoslavia. Okay, that could be relevant. Cards for Tarek and whatever they're going through, and this person or whatever you're going through in terms of Tarek. So there's about to be some promise. I'm also channeling a promise was broken. Okay, so there's about to be a promise between you and Tarek in terms of love. Okay, so there we go. Hanging on for dear life, having anxiety, connecting with their faith to make sure that this still can float. Okay, so I think that's for Tarek. Okay, I'm also channeling somebody who was definitely angry for sure. The next name, Oscar. Okay, let's do your advice card. I have channeled this name before, but again, like, make it make sense to your life. I think it was one of the random, like one of those collective readings. Okay, I think it was the latest one when I was one of the rocks, but it was very sunny. The camera quality was something, but anyways, that was more so in relation to Jennifer Oscar betraying somebody that has the name Alexandra. So if you resonate with that, that is your message. But this could be for different Oscar. So your go-to advice, having this name when dealing with them. So we got this one here and this one here. So time to let go. So either Oscar, don't let it go, or Oscar one, don't. Okay, so Oscar, don't have the faith, don't have this, don't have the fearless and bold energy to let this connection go. Even if they should, they are not ready to let it go. And this is also giving them anxiety, or you have anxiety over Oscar because you cannot let something go. Okay, the numbers could be relevant. I'm also channeling the 31st of August is relevant for you and Oscar. This relationship though is karmic, okay? FYI. If you know, you know. However, let's see, cards are relevant other than being in a karmic relationship with Oscar, or rather than being in a karmic relationship with them. They have other options, Oscar, or you have other options. So you kind of have to decide what to do. You're not the only one in their life, or if you're watching for Oscar, you're not the only one in their life, okay? However, somebody is still loyal. So I'm getting the energy like either you're loyal to Oscar, or Oscar's loyal to you, but there's definitely options between you and them. Okay, so if you want to deal with that, then so be it. 3518 could be relevant. There's also a lot of gossip between you and Oscar, or Oscar and you, but I did say it's a karmic relationship, so let's move on to another advice card and we're gonna wrap it up. Okay, We got this one in reverse. This love is not what you think it is. Whether you're watching for Oscar or Oscar if you're watching for them, it is not love. I'm sorry, you gotta let it go. Even if you don't, you have to let it go. Because being strung along and being an option, being one-sided, I don't know. I don't know. But do what you want. Next name, we got Muhammad. Okay. This is oh my god, it started raining now. So we got this one in reverse. And these two actually. So basically, you need to rethink how you feel about Muhammad or vice versa. They need to rethink how they feel about you and start to be more graceful and be more thankful. Okay, whether you with him or vice versa. Okay, whoever has this thing. Like I said in the beginning, that is like the main energy for these people. This is just more specific, okay? So more cards in relation to dealing with specific name. So you might need to spend time in nature like I'm doing, but also contact your ancestors, because you could be people that are like, you tap into ancestral faith. Okay, so like when you meditate, when you're in nature, like you hear from your ancestors more, you get more in tune. Okay, so this is going to give you more more answers about Muhammad. Okay, or for you, Muhammad, if you're watching. Now there's a lot of emotions here. 32 could be relevant, and somebody is very, very emotional. Okay, somebody could also suffer from mood swings. I'm also tuning into, but somebody definitely want to propose. They definitely want to offer somebody everything. Okay, legacy here. The thing is this: one person is looking at this like, what do you mean you want to offer? You guys saw how that fell down. Okay, it's been sturdy throughout. So for that, one person don't want this. That's all I gotta say. I feel like that's symbolic. One person don't want to be in this relationship. If the ring comes, they're gonna say no. They don't care about no money, no abundance, no legacy. So if you're watching for Muhammad, or Muhammad, if you're watching, they don't want this, or you don't want this with them, okay? And somebody just need to accept the reality. But I feel like somebody's very gorgeous, very beautiful in one's eyes, and somebody's determined on like, this needs to be my person. This is like, we go together for life, okay? I'm go and offer them a ring, offer them everything I have. Somebody will say no, okay? There is a dynamic where somebody is more in love than the other, and I also feel like somebody will say no to the ring, okay? No to the proposal, no to getting married. And I don't know. I don't know. That's the message, collective. So even if you have faith for Muhammad, or Muhammad, if you have faith and you're praying and all that, somebody will still say no. I don't know why. This could probably be why you have anxiety, but like, there's still gonna be a rejection. I'm sorry. The next name is Linda. Okay. So something happened during Sagittarius month, and that was in December. Okay. December is relevant. So there's about to be some revelation, some truth about somebody trying to do a separation spell. Okay. A friend was involved in causing chaos for you and this lover. Okay. Your person could have also been a friend who turned into a lover, Linda. Okay, or vice versa. If you're male watching for Linda, you had a great connection with her, but a male friend sabotaged your relationship, and they were planning since December, or Sagittarius month. Okay, so your go-to advice, oh, it's raining so bad. Your go-to advice for Linda, or Linda, if you're watching, you have to have more faith in yourself. I feel like this is more fixable than the rest. Obviously, you have anxiety because your person made a decision based on people's opinion. Have you on this friend here? Oh, it's going crazy with the rain. All right. So the last name is Jessica. We're gonna do this quickly. So advice card for Jessica. So you need to think about the future, okay? Because if you don't, you will feel like you don't have clarity when it comes to this person, okay? And you have to start rethinking how to manage and prepare for the future, okay? Specifically with Jessica, or Jessica, this is your advice, okay? Something about a baby is relevant, so yeah. I'm speeding this up because of the rain. It's like, okay, there are more people involved in this connection than you think, Jessica, or if you're watching for Jessica, there are more people involved. Like, they're not gonna make this a solo decision, okay? FYI. Anything else? Somebody's not going to chase. Either Jessica is going to chase after you, or vice versa, you need to chase after Jessica, okay? Especially if you want to get married, and you can't run away from this, because Jessica is coming for you, or vice versa. Not in a hostile way, but something about a baby is also, I'm telling a kid, okay? Let's do one card for the kid. Something about a baby is relevant. Either somebody's open to have kids and somebody doesn't, or somebody's not ready. Something of this nature. Look, I gotta go. I really do. I got more messages. A ton of them actually. Should I just speed through it? Okay. So the next one here is 777, Ladybird, ancestors are protecting you. Long story short, 777 is a yes confirmation. Angels are watching over you. Angels are trying to contact you. So basically, if you see 777, this is your confirmation. 999, something needs to end for something to begin. It might be hard, bittersweet, but it's for your highest and best good. And the next one is a ladybird. If you see that as well, that is symbolic for you getting some sort of luck. Okay, ancestors are protecting you. It's pretty self-explanatory, self-explained. Okay. Thank you for watching. Okay, see you in the next reading. It's gonna be a bunch of zodiac signs coming up, as well as that. Okay, bye.